Aw, hello. We are live. It is Tuesday, May 30th. Oh, I forgot to start the screen. Hold on a second. Let me make sure we're recording so our buddies can see us. Oh my gosh! Hi! Look, people are watching this. This is awesome. We're just gonna do a quick market update. I have what's going on in the, oh, hearts, you guys are so nice. I love it, yay. We're gonna do a really quick market update. The last few weeks we've been recording them and then sort of like posting them back, but this week we're doing live, which is fun. And I wanted to focus on another round of high-low Buffalo with commercial real estate in the city of Newburgh. For those of you who weren't listening last week, high-low Buffalo is a game I play with my family at dinner time. The high is something great from your day, the low is something like a failure that you learned from, and the Buffalo is something funny, odd, unusual. And with regards to how it works for real estate, it's something that's priced pretty high, something that's priced pretty low, and something that's like a sweet spot in the middle that might be something that you would overlook. So with regards to commercial real estate in the city of Newburgh, let's start with our high. So there is a fantastic, crazy, messed up building that I love. These are also not my listings, right? Like, we're just talking, and actually Kathy Dawson has this listing. She is the sweetest lady ever. 3135 Wisner Avenue. I want someone to buy this building. I will link to it somehow below, or you can look it up on LoopNet, which is the commercial, right? So Zillow is residential, and as soon as anything becomes mixed use or commercial, Zillow, annoyingly for Newburgh, because there's a lot of, like, it's a store on the bottom and apartments above, which is logged in our MLS, the multiple listing services, the realtors use as commercial, and so those properties, even though someone would actually love to live in it, and it's very kind of a accessible size and price point, it's not on Zillow, which drives us absolutely crazy and disadvantages sort of traditional American cities where there is a lot of commercial storefront and live above. Zillow, do something about this. Like, get us out of the suburbs on Zillow. But anyways, 3135 Wisner Avenue is not like that. It is just a massive 8,000 square foot plus wrecked building. On the top of Broadway, if you're familiar with Newburgh, it's at the T intersection with Wisner Ave, where the Rite Aid is, behind Danny's. But there's a really good like sort of eat-in restaurant called Danny's in that little plaza. It's so big, it's crazy. It has these amazing vaulted ceilings upstairs. It is absolutely destroyed. It has access to the water space behind it. Just super cool commercial space that has so much potential. I can see artist workspaces, I can see condos, I can see restaurant upstairs. And actually they have a potential, someone who wants to lease the restaurant space upstairs if it ever was renovated. So I think this is just a really cool high in our high-low Buffalo in commercial real estate in city of Newburgh. It's $850,000 plus many more hundreds of $1,000s after that. But listen, we could all have a dream, and I think it will be sold eventually, and I think it'll be a very, very cool project. In our low last week, 39 Edward for residential real estate is still on, and I think again, Lee Raphael has a cool listing in his hands in a very neat spot. But I want to talk about 189 Lander Street. Very cool. I know the lady who at least owned this relatively recently. Kathy Sheehan has the listing. Again, sweetheart. I love her. Hi, Kathy. If you see this, really like lovely agent who I always like to see. 189 Lander Street is a warehouse. It's again almost 8,000 square feet. Beautiful. It was a car place. I know the guy who had this before, and before the person who has it currently, and he will tell you all kind of stories of his family. His dad had a car, like a car repair shop down on the part of Newburgh that was subject to urban renewal. His family moved out here. Like, the guy tells stories. He has a church around the corner, Jerome. He's a really interesting man. He owned the building before, had a car repair shop there. You go in, it's just 4,000 square feet of open space on one level that you drive in through the top off of Lander Street, and then 4,000 square foot of space that you drive in from, let's see, it would be Chambers Street around the back. So it's this majorly accessible top and bottom. 189 Lander Street, it's very cool. $200,000. Honestly, I think it's a steal. I think the seller is just getting out with her shirt on, or maybe even not. Because I know they were trying to renovate it and hit some snags. I don't know the details of it. They're not my client, but I just know sort of from from around, and I met them as a seller's agent, and she was using a buyer's agent on another sale. So really cool person. But getting out of that one, and I think it's a cool opportunity. The Buffalo, the kind of interesting thing right in the middle, is going to be, in my humble opinion, 49 Lander Street. Lauren LaSortosa has this listing. Again, fun lady, I've known her for years. It's cozy, right? I mean, and that's the fun for me in being a real estate agent and really focusing very closely on City of Newburgh is the buildings are funky, they're old, the agents are funky and old, and we're just like being friends in business. And that doesn't mean that we're not representing our buyer's interest and our seller's interest and we don't have conflict, but it's how you solve it. And Laura and I have known each other for a lot of years and done a lot of deals together, and had a lot of problems along the way that have been resolved one way or another. So let me just find this bad boy and pull it up. 49 Lander, I just had it. But at any rate, it is at a cool intersection, Lander and First Street. It's a commercial building of this type that I was mentioning before, so you won't see it on Zillow. Because it's a commercial storefront on the bottom and a residential apartment, a duplex on the top, if I'm not mistaken. It was where, for those of you who know Newburgh and have been around for a few years, it's where Stennett's Electric was, sort of their, it's like a clubhouse, I don't know what to call it, but they hung out there, and the building was not in great shape. Across the street, Caddy Corner is a little corner store where some relatively harmless old beer drinking from the morning kind of men hang out and watch the stoop. One of them was my handyman for many years. He passed away of old age last year, but bless his heart, like it's a very sweet group of guys. And then across the street from that, sort of across First Street, is a cool coffee shop and a ramen. It's not open yet, but it's a ramen bar. They just got their final approvals with the City of Newburgh Planning Board a few months ago. I'm on the City of Newburgh Planning Board, so I have all this these like gossips. It's not gossip, it's public meetings, but information about projects that are passing through. So that should be opening up soon. Going to be a ramen soup place and a coffee shop is the owner's plans. And this is right across the street from there. So it's a cool opportunity to have a storefront on the bottom and live above in a nice renovated duplex. And I think it's pretty freaking cool and something that I would count as a Buffalo in the middle of the market. It's listed for $329. So the thing about this and why perhaps Zillow doesn't integrate mixed-use listings is that the financing is a little different, right? So when you're buying, and this jams people up left and right because they think, well, I'm gonna live in it and I'll go get a loan and it'll be 20% down or 10% down or even 3.5% down. They think they're gonna use an FHA loan. No, my friends, unfortunately, it's a commercial property, right? And so you are looking at 25, but usually 30% down. So your down payment on a mixed-use building is high, and sometimes that's a barrier that folks just can't cross, unfortunately, for mixed-use buildings. And this is so irksome to me because it's a major financing barrier that incentivizes suburban sprawl and the building of single-family homes rather than mixed use, and sort of further incentivizes the depreciation of American downtowns like Newburgh and almost every other mid-sized city who was going to be hitting 100,000 or so population in the early 1900s. It's all, you live in the store that you run, or you run the store below and you live in the apartment above. And I think contemporary how bank financing works for owner occupants of mixed use buildings is super agitating and depressing, because it makes it very expensive to make those types of choices that would help reinvigorate American downtown. So that's my soapbox. But at any rate, that was my high-low Buffalo market update. I love, oh my gosh, look, hi Glynis, look, I'll wave to you. Oleg, oh my gosh, we have people from, I don't know where Oleg is, we have people from West Virginia, we have Catskills agent, oh my gosh, hi, I like your posts on Instagram. We have so many people. We have Anna, who's I think in Mexico right now. Oleg is our photo editor, who is from Ukraine. I love you. And actually, I sent you an email the other day and you didn't get back to me. You need to Photoshop something for me, Oleg. But I think he's in the UK now. I'm not sure, but what an amazing group of people. This is awesome. All right, I'm out of here and I appreciate you all so much. And if you have any questions, just let me know and we will keep doing these live streams if they are fun. And it's fun for me because I like hanging out and getting hearts from you guys. So, all right, bye, see ya.